Hi Cancer, this is Erica from the Lotus Connection. If you are new or a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming onto my channel and clicking on this video. It means a lot to me. This month I'll be doing readings monthly in regards to the situation, but we are looking at the energy overall for this month of November 2018 for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus signs, for how to break the cycle, how to find romance, what's blocking you, and how to move forward. So it's kind of just taking a look inside to see what's going on and seeing how we can repair it so that we can find romance. This may not resonate with everyone. It is a generalized reading, so I have gone ahead and premeditated on the Cancer collective, okay? So it's impossible to resonate with everyone. This reading is incredibly specific so again, it's not going to resonate, or it won't resonate entirely, only bits and pieces. So take what does, leave what doesn't. And if this reading does not resonate at all for you, it just simply wasn't meant for you, you can definitely check your other signs, or you can book an appointment with me directly and we can look at your specific situation, okay? My information will be in the details down below. I want to thank each and every one of you who have already subscribed to my channel, who have donated, who have booked readings with me, who have liked, shared, and commented on my videos. This has been such a wild ride for such a short amount of time, and I'm so appreciative and so thankful. You have no idea. And so from the bottom of my heart, I just wanted to tell you guys that I truly, truly love you, and thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's go ahead and get started. I don't know if I've already mentioned it, but I'm still going to mention it just in case. My readings are not meant to replace medical, professional, legal, or psychiatric help, so please do not utilize this reading or any of my readings as such. And I may curse, so just a fair warning. If that's something that bothers you, you may want to stop the video, because I would rather not offend people if I don't have to. Okay, so you have been forewarned. I don't want to hear it in the comments that I swear a lot, okay? All right, so what energy are you admitting out into the universe regarding love right now? We have Six of Pentacles, the Empress, and Five of Cups. For some of you, I feel like you are admitting out into the world that there are no good men or good women out there, that they all do you wrong. That maybe some of you may have some sort of feeling of regret or loss. Some of you, I feel like, have lost somebody either to somebody else. So all people cheat. So I just feel like there's a lot of conceptions that you are throwing out there and generalizing for the public of whoever it is that you're into, right? So it could be men, could be women, it could be, both, whatever. I don't care. There's so many things out there that I would just rather generalize it and use the pronoun they, okay? So I just feel like a lot of you guys are going through breakups or just kind of feeling at a loss. Some of you may not be feeling very attractive right now. Some of you may resonate with the fact that you're too good and nobody, and feeling very discouraged from the dating scene because, not a lot of people want to put a lot of effort in, or they're just broke ass jerks out there who think that they, deserve the world when really they have nothing to offer, type thing. And just feeling overall very discouraged about your love life in general. However it resonates, you just feel very discouraged, very just very unhopeful. Yeah, it's just a very difficult situation for you right now. And it's a shame because you guys are beautiful and have a lot of energy and a lot of love to give. And it's sad that you are in this mindset, and whatever caused you to be in this mindset, it's imperative for you to heal it, because we definitely, we want you, the universe wants you, spirit wants you to love, right? To experience this unconditional love. What lessons are you going to be learning now that are going to help you in the future with your love life? We have the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like with the Wheel of Fortune, you're going to experience luck, your luck changing and changing for the better. I feel like things are going to start moving forward for you, and it's going to project you into a different thought process or a different mindset. Maybe you, sorry, I'm just going to move my notes here from a previous reading out of the way. Maybe when you decide to click on this video, it'll help you and therefore change your perspective, change your mindset, and you know, things will perpetuate moving forward for you. Who knows, right? Anything is possible. But I feel like with the wheel showing up, it's like you're learning that change is inevitable, that it is a never-ending cycle. You're never going to be stuck with where you are, right? You're never just going to be stuck with where you are. And also just kind of accepting how can I put this? Sort of accepting the flow of life in a sense. We're going to have some nulls and we're going to have some overflows and we're going to have some rough patches and, you know, choppy waters, and then we're going to have calm, cool, collected waters. So it's just the cycle of life, and I think you're truly realizing it, and also realizing that there's a lot of lessons that you are learning and experiences that you're learning through this transformational energy, okay? And it's also going to shift your perspective of the world and not to take things for granted, because I do feel like in the past maybe you have taken certain situations for granted. And I feel like you're learning not to do that anymore. For what do I need to release to bring forth this new love? We have the Ace of Pentacles. So to me, I feel like you need to let go of this idea that there's a lack in your life, that the abundancy or prosperity has shut down, that there's no good people out there for you, because there is the stability. I feel like some of you guys feel that others don't want to commit, that there's this lack of commitment out there, that people are afraid of commitment. And while that may ring true for some certain situations that you've been in, it doesn't necessarily mean that it needs to be generalized for all of love, because just because you haven't met that person yet, that's impatience. Or maybe you are waiting on somebody, you know, and just feeling impatient because there's a lack of commitment there and you feel like it's never going to happen. So you just continually stay in this funk of just this negativity, nobody wants me type thing. Maybe you feel like you're not grounded enough. Maybe you need to ground, right? So you need to release this instability. There's maybe some parts of instability in your life. There could be some greed, right? You could be a very greedy person for some of you. Selfish, not necessarily. You could just feel very disconnected from yourself, from your spiritual insight. Really what this is saying for you is that you need to really rethink your priorities and to reevaluate your life, okay? And so, excuse me. So very sorry, as many of you know who are existing subscribers and have listened to my videos, I do have a small child who comes in quite frequently, so I have to stop the video, so I apologize. So with this Ace of Pentacles, it's really saying like, you just need to release the burdens, okay, that you have. Maybe some of you guys are really into materialism and just kind of overspending, overindulging to compensate for the lack of something. So definitely rethink priorities, reevaluate your approaches to love, stop overindulging in materialistic things to fill a void. Like some of you guys go shopping because you're filling a void. it makes you happy. I know I do that a lot. My Venus is in Cancer, so maybe this message is for myself. But just kidding. But you know, we do that. Sometimes, you know, we emotionally eat, we emotionally shop, we emotionally gamble, we emotionally have sex with people. Yeah, but okay, so in that case, you know, we emotionally may use people to not feel emotions, right? Or to feel connected to somebody even though we don't technically want to be with that individual. It's just to feel that lack. All right, so that's what I'm going to say about that. It's just, I think you guys got the picture. What issues do you bring into the relationship? We have the Princess of Swords. I feel like some of you guys are so emotionally guarded and are just afraid of getting hurt that you are really, this may not even be a bad thing, but it's like you really study people and their intentions towards you. And if you smell any sort of bullshit, you're like, not fucking with you. That song, I Don't Fuck With You, that song is like really prominent right now. It's like you don't have time for the bullshit and you're very impatient and you want things now and you want the answers now. And it's like when people don't give it to you, you are so quick to cut them off that this can actually be very intimidating energy. All right, and so this energy that you are emitting out there is kind of like and you also can be very ambitious and very, you know what you want, you're very clear-headed and you go after what you want. And I feel like it's very intimidating to other individuals because they're not so used to being with somebody or seeing somebody who's so strong and who's so boisterous and very opinionated and very harsh, or can be very harsh and insensitive. And so that could be an issue. So for the Princess of Swords, it's whether you're a man or a woman, it's really, however you identify, it's really saying that you need to start smoothing the edges, right? Start being more compassionate and more in tune with yourself. Be more humble. Bitch, be humble. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Bitch, be humble. And then we have the Four of Swords in regards to literally how to fix this issue. Literally saying, bitch, take a rest. Cool it. Chill the fuck out. Okay? Saying take a time out. Don't relax. Don't jump down somebody's throat. Just ease into things. Let things become discoverable about you. You don't have to be so abrasive and try to get to the actual meaning of things, or, you know, to jump down somebody's throat when they say something. Just let things go. Let things slide. Let somebody show you who they are instead of you asking for the answers or calling them out. This is also my call out card, right? So just chill out, let things go, and let things pan out the way that they're supposed to pan out. What do I need to do in order to bring new love to me? We have the Eight of Pentacles. I feel like you guys do need to work on yourselves. And I feel like this needs to be an overall everything, all pictures. So we need to work on ourselves emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially. I feel like all aspects need to be worked on, and to continue to keep doing the work on ourselves and focusing in on ourselves, kind of being selfish and putting in this hard work so that we can reap the labor, right? It's kind of like that Nine of Pentacles vibe, but it's like, but you gotta work towards that Nine of Pentacles, right? You got to work towards that status quo. So that's what you need to do in order to bring love in, is to really work on yourself. Give yourself some self-love, like really work on yourself. Don't worry about being single. Don't worry about if you're going to find somebody. Work on you. Be happy with you. This is also saying get a fucking hobby. Some of you guys need to get a hobby. Start taking up knitting, sewing. If you want to know where to send a knitted crochet hat, you could always send me one. I love those. Just kidding. But you can make beer koozies. That's pretty cool. Or like a latte koozie. That's awesome. You can tell I knit. But pick a hobby, you know, get yourself involved with things. Plant nights, I love those, where you go and you can make plant terrariums. I really want to do that. I haven't done that. So if my future lover is a Cancer watching this video and you want to take me out on a date, take me out on a plant night. Yeah, so the 8 of Pentacles, really work on yourself or get a hobby, you know, just kind of enrich yourself all the way around to get grounded. And then what's important? What's an important quality that you possess that you should continue to bring forth into your love life? And this is a great card, the 3 of Pentacles. This is you like working well as a team. You're not one like when you're in a relationship, you dedicate yourself to that person and to the relationship, and you're willing to work hard and you're willing to work together, but you don't want to do it. It's not an all you thing, right? There's no I in team, and you really exemplify that. You're ready to work. You're ready to get your hands dirty. You're willing to put in the work, but you want that camaraderie. You want that person to also help. You don't want to do the shit by yourself. So that's a strong suit. Knowing how to work well with others is great. And keep that going forward. Keep that going forward. Your advice here is the Judgment card in the reverse position. So for me, this is like, let me sit on it, because you know, the Justice card and the Judgment card are very, very similar, and I sometimes get them super confused, or like get their, so your advice here for the Judgment card in the reverse position is sort of like facing some sort of inner truth that you don't want to face. So there's something that you need to acknowledge. For some of you, Spirit's saying, like, for some of you, the inner guidance here, or the inner truth, is that some of you need to face the inner truth that you are attracted to the same sex. And this is not going to resonate with everyone. I know this is not going to resonate with everyone. So please, no hateful comments in the fucking comment section. I swear, if I get any homophobic comments in my feed, I will immediately report you and delete you. I have no time for hate, okay? So please, again, this is going to only resonate for a small, short percentage of you. Some of you guys are going to realize the inner truth that the reason why your relationships are not working out is because you are attracted to the same sex, okay? Or you may be an individual who has maybe some inner truths that you need to face, whether it's addictions, whether it's your personality, whether it's, you know, needing to let go of an ex, whether it is healing situations within your home life, whether it is doing some inner child work, whether it is needing help, needing to get psychiatric help, you know, maybe facing an inner truth that maybe you work too much, or you put your energy and time and focus on things that, you know, no longer serve you, that kind of thing. But there's some type of burden. There's this inner truth that's been burdening you that you need to confront and face. And if you continue to keep procrastinating or self-doubting yourself, you know, it's going to be an issue. It's saying to release these feelings of guilt that are plaguing your mind. Like, what is it that you're resisting? You know, what is it that you're resisting? And really the advice here is to really hone in on your life goals, what it is that you want in relationships, and then visualize. So doing some law of attraction work, and if you've listened to my other videos, you know I'm really big on the law of attraction and setting intentions, and and knowing that that is your intentions behind things are inner magic, right? And then doing the work, which I think is also this Eight of Pentacles. It's finding what it is that you want in life, really honing in on this relationship business and figuring out, okay, what do I want in a partner? How do I want that? How do I want to feel in this partnership? What does this partnership look like, feel like, taste like, smell like? Okay, and really invite all of your senses into this experience. How do you want the sex to be like? How do you want your first date to go? What characteristics do you want this person to have? Are they rich? Are they, you know, just happy and being successful with what they're doing? Is this person educated? Does, you know, what really matters to you? Like, start prioritizing, start really taking this time of singledom and sort of utilizing it as a catalyst to build a happy, healthy, successful relationship by really narrowing it down of really what you want and allowing yourself to have it. I actually was talking to my friend who ironically is a Cancer, and we were just talking, and I said, you know, Halloween Town, that movie that Disney had put out like eons ago. You know, that movie came out, and they were talking about magic, and one of the things that was said that has always stuck with me since the day I watched it. Now, mind you, I was a child when that movie came out. I was probably about maybe 12, 13, 14, and around that time, I would sort of play around with the occult, but I didn't understand it. I just thought spell work was cool, and, you know, the trinkets and you know, whatever. We're not going to get into it. Needless to say, the quote in the movie was, all magic, well, I'm saying this verbatim, it's not line for line, but basically it's like all magic is to think of what you want and really just let yourself have it. And it's so true. That's kind of the concept of the law of attraction. It is picturing what you want and let yourself have it. And this means allow yourself to feel it. Allow yourself to see it, to have it, to be in your existence, even if it's not. So you bet your ass that I walk around my apartment like it's a fucking mansion that's like 8,500 square feet or more, right? I don't need more than that, to be honest, with just me and my son. But I mean, some of you guys want 50,000 square feet, right? That's a palace. But either way, it's like, just sort of visualize your surroundings being different than what it is. That includes being in a relationship. So if you want to be in a relationship with somebody, start treating yourself. Start knowing yourself. Start doing this work, because the more you know yourself, the more you can treat yourself. So the other day I bought myself fucking flowers, because why not? I deserve it, right? So why shouldn't I buy myself? Why shouldn't I show the universe how I want to be loved? That's what you have to do. Because your power is so limitless. You don't even know. And there's so many different infinite possibilities that you could have if you just allow. If you just allow, if you just give, if you just let yourself have it, right? And then the Chariot here is a possible outcome for your love life. Some of you guys are going to dominate this thing. Some of you guys are going to start getting yourself into motion, having momentum, some movement, determination, perseverance, willpower, confidence. Maybe I've given you the boost that you need, the kick in the pants, you know, to get to where you need to be. So for some of you guys, maybe you will go after a specific somebody, or, you know, you'll put yourself on a dating website. Like, you're going to take the steps to get to a place where you can get into a relationship. So, and some of you guys will be successful in getting a relationship, but then there will be a small percentage of you who's going to be like, I'm going to put my ass into motion, just like Erica said. I'm going to work on myself. I'm going to get myself a fucking hobby, and I'm going to knit Erica some type of beanie, and I'm going to send it to her. I'm just kidding, but I'm just saying. Some of you guys are going to get hobbies. Some of you guys are going to really work on yourself. You're going to get this determination. You're going to get your confidence back. You're going to get your fucking mojo back, right? You're going to be like Stella got her groove back. You're going to be, you know, you're going to find that happy medium, and you're going to be successful. And know that it's you that has to be this driving force, that it's not going to just happen to you, that your luck's not going to just suddenly change and tomorrow there's going to be Mr. Right or Mrs. Right at your door. Like, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You need to put the effort and the time and the dedication and the determination and the willpower, and you need to persevere moving forward. And stop bringing yourself down. Stop having this negative mindset of there's no good men out there or there's no good women out there, and these stereotypes of, you know, well, all men are cheats and all men are dogs, and all women, all they want to do is get my money and, you know, and leave, or you know, all this other, get pregnant so they can have me for 18 years. You know, whatever the situation is, whatever your negative thought process is about love, you need to strip those negative feelings away. Especially if it's in regards to a past love. That was the past. This is now. How do you want to change this? This is not a reconciliation spread by any means. But if you're looking to reconcile with your ex, you know, looking at these areas of, okay, I'm kind of this really intense energy. I'm very, you know, confident and I'm very strong, but this can sometimes intimidate people. And right now, in some of your heads, you're going to be like, well, fuck those people. That's the attitude I'm talking about. Bitch, be humble, sit down. Let's get centered here and let's have compassion for people. There's a difference between confidence and there's a difference between having confidence stemmed from your ego, okay? It's the confidence that stemmed from your ego that's the issue. You need to take down a notch. Okay?
I'll borrow this thing.
Okay. So that's what I want to just basically, you know, hone in on for you guys. I think this was a self-explanatory spread, so I'm not utilizing any clarifying cards. The reading would just be so long. So I've gone ahead and pulled some romance angel cards for you, all right? We have codependency. Addictions are affecting your love life. So for some of you, this is like a codependency towards these negative feelings, right? A codependency to maybe hanging on to things that no longer serves us. Maybe you do have some sort of addiction problem. Spending, hello. Put the credit cards away. I'll never forget one time, I'm just going to tell you a brief story. So my mother she's a very prim and proper woman, okay? I was brought up, you know, to have manners and definitely not to curse. It's not a lady's place to curse, but I curse like a sailor, and I'm sort of proud of it, okay? But my mother is very like, we don't do that. My mom's always been very financially conscious, very financially responsible. And my mom started going through like a very stressful time, and she's not one to drink, but the doctor had told her, like, your nerves are like really out of control. You know, if you feel that way, like, you should just have one glass of wine at night. So my mother had a glass of wine, and then it went from 1 glass to 2 glasses, never more than 3. But my mother was like a lightweight, so it was like, you know, we don't do that. We don't drink. So she pretty much got drunk. And one night I came home after being with my ex, and actually I think he was sleeping over. This was at a time in my life when I lived with my mom. And we get in there, and she has QVC on. She has her credit card in her hand, and she's on the computer typing away her information because she was spending. And like 2 nights prior, you know, she was doing the same thing. And so, you know, but it was something, she was going through a very difficult time. She was going through a stressful time, and that was her way of coping with it. It wasn't necessarily drinking, because my mother had never had a drinking problem. But if you do, it is what it is. You know, if you're codependent on wine or alcoholic drinks, cigarettes, I'm guilty of the cigarette smoking, right? Coffee, whatever you're codependent on, and if it's affecting your life in a negative way, then we need to look at the source of it. And so that way we can heal it, we can forgive it, we can show it compassion, and we can move on. So, but it's affecting your love life. And this could be codependent relationships, right? Or this could be you needing to face the inner child and do the inner child work. We have reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. So this Chariot could be somebody from your past that you have maybe have been in a relationship with. Maybe you have known them, you know, as a childhood friend. They could be coming into your life wanting to have some sort of reconciliation, or, you know, maybe somebody from your past is trying to come back in. And they'll only come back in, I'm going to tell you this, is when you change your mindset. So please do not reach out next month and say, hey, Erica, you said somebody from my past is coming back into my love life and you didn't do any of the work. Yeah, no, it's not going to work like that. You have to do the work. And a lot of you guys forget that. There's a lot of inner work that needs to be done. We are not all perfect. If we were all perfect, things would not be the way that they are, right? And we'd be boring. So this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner that you seek. So I feel like for some of you guys, the person, once you figure yourself out and once you get yourself in a good, happy, healthy space and you get rid of this negative thinking or thought process, that you've already met this person. This very well could be a past individual coming back into your life, or this could be somebody that's coming in that reminds you of someone from the past, and this could be somebody, this for many of you or some of you could be the one, okay? And then the final thought is happiness is my birthright. Let that message sink in, because you are not happy right now with that 5 of Cups. Happy is my birthright. Happiness is my birthright. So anytime you feel negative, anytime you have a shitty thought creep up, you think about this. Happiness is my birthright. Figure out what you want and let yourself have it. I highly recommend that movie. I know it's a kid's movie and it's not even like the best movie ever out there. It's not, you know, it's not going to win any Academy Awards or Oscars or anything, whatever you want to call them. I'm not movie savvy, but needless to say, I know that it's not this most cinematic, you know, highlight of the year, but it is a good movie, especially for that message, that magic, that believing in your own power and your own self and believing in the light versus the darkness. It's such a great movie for that. So I highly recommend trying to figure out and find out Halloween Town. And those of you who know the movie, well, take the principles of it. I think we all can benefit from a message like that movie. Be a Marnie. Okay, be a Marnie. All right, well, you have a great night. Love and light to you. I really do hope that this resonated. Please like, share, and subscribe if it has. And I'd love to hear the comments down below, or see the comments down below. I can't necessarily hear you guys. But, so yeah. Good shit right here. Have a good night, guys. Love and light.